And welcome back. Alright, so last time we successfully defeated the Black Monolith, which was one of the main goals of the run, and now all three main goals of the run have been taken care of. But I have decided to keep the run going for a little while longer. I don't think I will be doing any other legendary locations, but we will be doing this orc camp here, and who knows what else. And also I will most likely take part in the Noble War, since that's actually a pretty exciting conflict to take part in, since Reforged has beefed up nobles quite a bit. And also, yes, we have a couple of levels, no perks though, so both Mahdi and Hadi have reached level 17. Let's take more hit points for Hadi, I think. Melee defense, and I don't know. This is like, I don't know, probably good enough already with the melee skill and ranged skill. Well, I guess some opponents. Against some opponents, more melee skill will be good to have, so sure, let's take that, but maybe 80 range skill for a thrower is mostly enough, especially if you use this bolas. Anyway, we have dealt with the Black Monolith, which is one of the most difficult fights in the game, so whatever. Also, yes, we are a little bit beaten up, and now, while training, Leofric, not being the most dexterous fellow, manages to hurt himself with his own weapon. Okay, so somehow he lost a finger, apparently, but also suffers a dislocated jaw with the two-handed mace. Okay, sure. So that's because he is clumsy. Has 96 melee skill, but sure, okay, that's clumsiness for you. Anyway, what I was going to say is that since we're a little bit beaten up, we should camp here for a while. At least this dislocated jaw will heal in a pretty short amount of time. Also, yes, couple of minor changes. So, I did give Zahiri this mediocre, come on, let me, the Swine's Grace, this kind of mediocre fencing sword as a backup weapon. Because, yes, I foolishly forgot that if you have this N-guard ability and you get the free riposte, which is very nice to have, of course, your weapon will eventually break. So in a prolonged fight, that can be a problem. Milo so far doesn't have a backup weapon. I think maybe he doesn't need it, but we'll see. We'll see. And also the other thing, I did give Zubair the Emperor's armor, which now has one of these unhauled attachments on it. It's a little bit of a shame that we only have, I think, 2 battle-forged guys, so we have a bunch of battle-forged armors here, like Zubair's last piece, the imperishable defense, that will go unused. Oh well, it is what it is. Not like it really matters, it's a good problem to have. Anyway, let's camp for a little while here, like I said, and then go deal with some orcs, I think. And at this point, since I did get all of the main goals of the run done, even if someone dies, it's not that big of a deal anymore. Okay, that's probably good enough, but let's actually see. Well, it's actually not, since the Master Stroke Dragon Skin is far from being repaired. Well, we do have a bunch of spares, so it's not a huge deal. Anything else? Okay, this isn't repaired. Einar could use some more hit points as well as armor durability. Okay, well, let's at least move towards the next goal, which is Vargash Sapat. Okay, I think we'll fight in the morning or dawn. So let's camp here for a while, which also gives us time to repair and heal. Don't currently see what's inside. Now I do. Okay, now there are 2 champions here. Many berserkers and a plethora of warriors, so that's a pretty tough fight. We'll see how it goes. But of course, like I said, and like we all know, we have defeated the Black Monolith, so we will be fine, even if, I don't know, someone might die. Okay, let's see, how are we doing? This needs to be switched with something. I do want to keep the maximum poise bonus, so let's see. This is minus 23 fatigue. This is also minus 23. I guess I could go with that. The problem is that if I put an attachment on it, it is going to go over the threshold though. So actually, yeah, let's use this one. So that's a far worse armor piece, but it is at 100% durability, which is more important. Okay, and anything else? It seems like we are mostly fine. Leofric still has this injury, but I don't know. I guess we'll be fine with that. Minus 3 fatigue recovery. Not great, but not the end of the world by any means. Probably don't want to be using bolas here though. So let's actually do that. Anything else? Champions, they are orc champions. Do I even have nets? Yes, I do have nets, but do I want to use nets? Not sure. I guess I could use like 1 net. So let's give Hadi a net there. And we'll try to make use of Spear Wall, of course, as we have been pretty successful with it against orcs specifically. Alright, I guess there's nothing else to consider. I don't want to split the line up too much though, since even someone like Theodobald with 96 resolve can lose his nerve and start running like a milksop when intimidated by orcs and their lack of deodorant use. So don't split the line too much, and we'll see. We'll see how this goes. 33 orcs. The berserkers are pretty damn nasty, especially the berserk chains, if they manage to land headshots, because that can definitely kill someone. What's the combat speed at? Let's make it 4 for a little bit. I'll lower it once the lines clash. And let's start with the weights. So there are some obstacles, of course. I guess we'll make use of them. We still don't have the stun immunity amulet, which will be bit of an issue in this fight, I guess. Okay, so let's see. Probably do want to advance here. Does Milo have Steel Brow? No, he does not. Okay, well, that's a pretty dangerous berserker there with the berserk chain. Likewise, Zahiri does not have a brow of steel, but at least we can kill him pretty quickly, I would imagine. Anyway, so we'll be use Blitzkrieg probably at some point, but probably not yet. Okay, so the plan is to engage here and block that, and I guess since Shurade is positioned like this, he handles the southern flank. And of course, Theodobald, the Indom tank, will handle whatever comes through here. At least hopefully he can do that, if he doesn't become scared. And yes, the rest of us will just kill anything that engages us in the middle. That's the plan. So I guess Milo goes for this, as well as Zahiri and also Wolfgang. But we can still wait on that. Oh, that's a famed orc cleaver. Hopefully it's a good one, because I would like to test that out with Zubair. Where is Subar? Oh, there. He was selected. Anyway. So yeah, Zubar for a long time hasn't been benefiting out of the duelist perk at all since I've been using this two-handed flail. So would be nice that this were good, so I could see just how well he can do with that. It's a very heavy weapon and he doesn't have finesse though, so we shall see. Does have the iron lungs, and the double grip bonus for cleavers in Reforged is pretty insane. Anyway, let's not think about that too much yet. So let's see, Zubair somewhere around here. I guess Mahdi goes for this flank, or I don't know, the northern section of the middle. Let's move Zubair like there. And these two can handle these so-called flanks here. Zubair is a bit of a more tankier character. It's a very minor consideration, I guess, so not really something that matters all that much, but sure. That's a lot of orc armor. Alright. I could go for an offensive rotation, but I think it's far better to just go for a big split orc attack here. From this position specifically, I don't want to block that. And now I think I will lower the combat speed down to 2. This is probably the toughest orc fight I've done, so we shall see how we fare. I think they do need to get kind of lucky to get someone killed here, but it's definitely possible. Even if it's going to be a very low chance to hit there, if Zahiri gets hit in the head by a berserk chain, then he's not going to be happy. Anyway, getting the kill here, is that a good thing? I would, I think, rather get the berserk activation with Zahiri next round. So instead go for this berserker there. Okay, and like I said, Shuraid goes for the spear walling, but he doesn't need to spear wall yet, so just wait around there, I think. And don't wander off too far. I don't want him to lose his resolve. And Leofric, you can block that. Sure, go for the reap attack there. Alright, and is there a point in Blitzkrieg? I don't think so, not yet. So the question is, where do I put Bertram for Inspiring Presence? And I think the answer is somewhere around here. That also keeps him kind of in the middle. There are so many of them that Theodobald cannot like hold all of them, so some of them will go for a flank. Also, here is Thraktaloon, who has a famed orc shield. Okay, 500 armor for both head and body. Anyway, so let's see, 62 initiative for both Theodobald and the Orc Young. I don't think it's going to be that important to get the in-dome going straight away. I could even pull back like a tile. Even if he gets stunned, he can like hopefully handle these orcs, since they'll have such a low percentage chance to land a hit. So yeah, sure, whatever. Move one tile in that direction. I don't know, it's fine. And I'll not activate the in-dome yet. And Milo, let's see if he can handle that. Do I use the Falcon? I don't think I do. I think I do use the Adrenaline though. Alright, and Hadi, I kind of maybe blocked him a little bit here. But I think he is better served in the northern flank than he is in the south. But he doesn't have Berserk, does he? No, so I don't want to get this kill. Maybe I just move there. The problem is, as I kill this guy, I open up this path for them, but then again, I can passing step to block that. And that also means that this Berserker will only have Milo as a target, and I care so much less about Milo's survival than I care about Zahiri. So yeah, sure, let's move Hadi there. Zupar, you can do nothing, since that's a 6 AP weapon. Okay, and shield wall, and have one swing there. And I guess I wait just on the off chance that somehow he gets stunned by this fella. Okay, go away. And I think since this guy is, I think, far more dangerous than this one, let's go for an attack there. Might even be able to kill him. If I don't land this 95, I cannot passing step there though. So 5% chance that my plan fails. But it doesn't. Okay, good. That blocks them there. So should be safe on the stun department there. Yeah, I think so. Unless somehow this Orc Young... Yeah, I guess he can go for Milo, but no one else. And that's fine. Okay, go for the backline. Excellent. And I'll wait since there's a chance of being stunned. So there is a point in leaving this one alive for a bit, but do I care? Or rather, is it better to leave this one alive until these ones in the backline have moved? Leofric also has a move, so I think I will kill this one. This is a slightly risky spot for Leofric though, since he doesn't have the underdog. But sure, go for it. Wait, and then we can attack again at some point. So if I don't move here, we are extremely likely to get stunned, which wastes both the action points and the no-wait bonuses, so sure, go there. And... okay, this guy acts in 1. But again, if I kill there, then that makes room, which means getting stunned. I'll just go for this one. Though that might have been a mistake. Maybe I should have finished off this Berserker here. But I cared more about getting stunned. Well, anyway. What's done is done. Hopefully we don't get hit by this Berserk chain. Okay, so far so good. Probably wait with Gerhard. But I could definitely go for something here. I could even... well, I can't go for the... this weapon, but I can go for the Berserk chain there. But again, that means getting stunned, possibly. Actually, quite likely that that would happen. This would otherwise be a very nice reaping spot, but I think I'll take my chances. It's a definite risk, though. It's a definite risk. 83 hit points. Nimble. No steel brow. I had it available. And it might be that I end up regretting not ever taking that steel brow very soon here. Unless, of course, I kill here. But if I make the room, then that's probably worse. Probably. I don't know, though. I'm debating it still. Maybe it's better to kill the Berserker now, especially since, yeah, it also lowers the morale of the rest of them. Getting stunned sucks, but I don't know. Maybe that's fine. Maybe it's better. We can deal with the backline Berserkers with the two-handed axes with our own backline, if not the front line. And the problem with the Reap attack, though, is that while it's very nice and would probably kill this Berserker as well, then that means Zahiri is also quite likely getting stunned. So if I go for an attack, I can go for 1. Will that even kill though? 64 to 93. Needs a headshot. Okay, well, whatever. Since I can only attack once and it needs a headshot, let's wait like I initially thought and hope that the Berserker misses. Okay, he does. It was a 14%. Okay, sure. Quite a lot of mental effort I put into that and ended up not changing my plan. Well, anyway. So now, do I use Hold Steady perhaps? The warriors haven't really engaged us yet, so probably not. So if I'm going to use something, it's Onslaught or Blitzkrieg. I think I use Blitzkrieg now. And then we will use Onslaught or Hold Steady at the start of next round. Probably Hold Steady at that point. Let's Blitzkrieg from here, I think. So if I do that, I kind of block Wolfgang, but I don't know. It's a better Inspiring Presence spot, though. And getting the maximum amount of attacks, not necessarily even that important, because it also preserves fatigue to not attack there. Also keeps it as an option to relocate him, so sure, whatever. Go there. And let's use the Blitzkrieg now. Okie dokie. Now I could start indoming if I'd like, but I don't think there's much of a point. Keeping Hadi safer is kind of a point though. So if I indom, I think I will move there. It's a pretty good spot to hold, though it's semi-far from Bertram. I guess keeping the warriors far from Hadi, who's a bit of a squishy guy, is a good idea. And if I'm going to attempt that, I should do it now, since they're going to start pushing us around. Okay, sure, whatever. Do it. Do it. Do it, come kill me, I'm here. I don't know, that was a pretty poor impression. Anyway, Hadi is now next to a warrior. I think I would like to get rid of the net before I start attacking with the mace. So we'll see. I might also be able to maybe kill this warrior by the time that Hadi gets his turn again. So let's wait. You can also wait. Alright, so Mahdi, 12 action points. I guess he just moves and attacks the warrior there. I also have a rotation. I don't think it will be used though. Probably just end here. But then again, it doesn't really matter if I wait here, at least in a negative sense. I do have the hook shield and the bearded blade abilities. But the warrior has 2 melee defense and is about to be dead, so whatever. I think I'll just end. Okay, getting knocked back, and now Hadi is actually next to 2 of them. Well, it's definitely possible that Hadi dies. Theodobald loses confidence. Alrighty. I could move back 1 tile with Charade, but I think I'll just keep on holding this. Charade has really grown on me during this run. I was really disappointed since he rolled so badly with melee defense, so I was never confident enough in not taking shields or getting Weapon Master for something other than spears, but he has been doing pretty well. Pretty damn well, actually. It's a pretty good thing to have like 1 or even 2 spear guys, so you can spear wall as needed. Even though spears have been nerfed in Reforged quite a bit from what they once were. Anywho, let's help Hadi out here. I'll go for this one. Maybe Zahiri and Hadi can finish that off, or if not, then Wolfgang at some point. Oh, you're still waiting, huh? That means I don't want to clear space here, not yet, since that would mean getting stunned. I could also reposition... Oh, well, that was a misclick, but, well, whatever. I made it, so sure. Well, in that case, go for this. And, yeah, sure. Orc Warrior has been made to flee. Anyway, so yeah, I said I would like to get rid of the net, but is there a good net target here? Where's the champion at? Somewhere around here, right? There. Okay, so that's way too far. The other champion is there, and I only have the one net. I think I would like to use the net on Thraktaloon, probably. That means that I forgo having the double grip bonus for this round. Oh well. Do that. And now it's safe, so to speak, to clear the space here. Go away. And I can also decide to reposition if I'd like, but probably don't want to do that. There is an argument to be made to go for the northern flank here, as these guys are about to ignore Theodobald. Wolfgang can handle a little bit of heat though. But yeah, Hadi, like I've said, really cannot. But also, as there's an opening now, that means that these guys will go for it. Also, Zubair is pretty slow, which means he might get stunned if he steps there, which means wasting his abilities. I think I will go for the north. If I had like a 4 AP attack, I wouldn't. I would step there and attack instead. Well, let's go for the northern flank. Okay. How is your weapon doing, by the way? 90%. So this one is now fleeing. I guess there's a chance that he gets rallied. Also, if I leave this spot with the passing step ability, this one might end up there and might stun someone, but I can step there with like Gerhard. Okay. Do that. And okay. So I think I will forgo having the tempo buffs here, and instead I will wait, since, yeah, once again, getting stunned, a real possibility. But let's spend your action points on something. Let's do like that, and maybe... Passing step somewhere, but where? I could just go back where I was. Oh, never mind, yeah, okay. Slight brain fart. This Orc Young is actually engaged in melee, so he won't get to stun anyone. Okay, sure. So yeah, like I said, the middle section is going to be populated again. Okay, I guess I'll go towards the middle with Zahiri. There are also a couple of squishier targets here. Not many, but a couple, so this weapon works a bit better against them than these heavy armor orcs. So, let's see. Charge. Doesn't say what the range is. I keep forgetting what the range is. I think he's far enough though, so I think I just wait. Not wait. I think I just end turn there. There's a very, very slim possibility that this Orc Young lands a 5% stun. Sure. End turn. And okay, well, sure. Needed 2 hits there. Let's wait with Einar, might get a better target. And Wolfgang just goes for this one twice, I think. Good. Gerhard could do the same thing. I think I will. Starting to run out of fatigue already. Misses a 95 there. Oh well. So it goes. So it goes. Anyway, good step here as well. I think it's fine. Sure, do it. Do it. And let's move. I think that leaves Charade a bit far from Bertram. Which can be a problem, but I do want the inspiring presence over here. So let's move and actually wait in case I need to head straight back. Okay. Could have maybe like optimized this in a manner in which Mahdi might have gotten a Berserk activation during this round, but whatever. Okay, can anyone else kill this? I don't think so, so do that. And I think no one else will end up there. Not yet, at least. Okay, probably don't need to shield wall in this position. Probably just attack twice. Okay, now that since, yeah, like I said, we are a bit far. Let's actually step back one tile. Riposte is working. Okay, Einar loses some morale level. Milo's getting pushed. Yet another orc has engaged with Hadi. 22 of them left though, and they are starting to lose their nerve. Okay, and here's Mosh Shagit. Engaged with Leofric and Einar and close to Zahiri. Alright, well, I think we'll go for a single target attack on something, but it might not be Mosh Shagit. I think I'll probably go for the Orc Young here. Yeah, I think so. That keeps us from getting stunned, maybe. And it also, since it's a kill, it will lower the resolve. Not a kill yet, but probably, hopefully, next round. Okay, so let's see. You are confident, so the only one who's doing badly with resolve is Einar. Moving here now might be an idea, actually. Since getting the inspiring presence for these guys is pretty good. Pretty good. Then again, it's also very nice for Zubar, if I stick around here. So the question is, do I bother with the rally for just this? Probably not. Also, yes, I kind of forgot. Yeah, I forgot. I should have used Hold Steady. Probably? Yeah, probably should have used that. Well, in the end, it didn't really matter, so whatever. It's fine. So if I stick around here, that's fine. I also get to attack. The damage is negligible, though, if I do that. I think I will hold where I am. Sure. Okay, and go for that. Now we use the net. There you go. Thraktaloon. Now trapped. Okay. And also a warrior has rallied himself. Einar hopefully gets to kill the Orc Young before it can do anything. And Zahiri can probably kill the Berserker over here. Starting to run out of fatigue though. On the off chance that this Orc Young is still alive, I will wait here instead of ending turn. Not with Leofric though. Okay, we did get it. Good. Shagit has been dazed. Might still take a bunch of damage if he manages to land a hit or two. I could back off even more here with Shurade. I don't think I will though. Alright, and with Wolfgang. Probably go for a warrior still, instead of Thraktaloon. Which one though? Probably this one, since that one is also next to Gerhard. So Gerhard and Hadi are pretty weak, so they definitely need some help. Well, that's a bit of help, but there's also a 95 miss again. Okay, just attack this one twice, I think. Armor has been mostly dealt with now. Okay, now we hold steady, I think. Yeah, that makes sense to me. And those were 5%, but as we all know, even 5% do land sometimes. Luckily, well, I don't know if it's lucky, but not this time. Just recover, I think. Okay. I'll go for Thraktaloon here. Good hit. Probably actually, yeah, should have gone for the Bearded Blade there. Probably. But I can activate it now, so if someone attacks Mahdi, will they though? I don't know. But let's see. The next attack, blah blah blah, yeah. Until your next turn, every attack missed against you has a chance to disarm the attacker. Well, I don't know. 12 fatigue to use that. I don't think this is a good spot for it, since it's far from guaranteed that he even gets attacked here. I think I will not use it. But probably should have used it before I attacked there. Probably. There's also an argument to be made to keeping the fatigue though, so it's fine, I think. Okay, Milo doing fine-ish. And we can actually deal some damage against this one. Alright. Acts in 1, turn done. I think I'll go for this one, since I can land a daze. From what ability was that from? It's just this, right? At least I think I can land a daze with a headshot or something. Well, I don't know. Can't seem to locate the perk that would do that. But I think I have seen even Hadi land a daze without having these perks. I don't know. But if I can't do it, then it's not really that effective going for this one. So I guess I'll go for this one, actually. Okay. Well, yes, we can see. Yeah, dazed. I'm really curious, what perk is that from? Bear down? No. I might just be selectively blind again. Well, whatever. It's fine. We know it can happen. And it did happen. It wasn't a headshot though, so it can happen on a body shot. I don't know, maybe that's just a change that Reforged has made to mazes in particular. I don't know. Like, well, like I said, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't need to understand everything. Not immediately, at least. Oh. Okay, well, that sucks, because this one will rally itself probably and come back to stun us at some point. Anywho, you can just hold on there. Berserker is going for a flank now, though, which can be a problem. Okay, so is it time to recover? I think so. There's a slim chance that this Orc Young will rally now and stun Zahiri. But I think it's fine. 20 of them left. At least a few of them. Well, let's see. 3 of them are fleeing. A couple of them are confident as well, though. I can step next to the Berserker here with Shurage, which a little bit defeats the purpose of spear walling, but I still can spear wall against the warriors. It's still a pretty good spot for it. And it keeps people from getting stunned or some of the weaker members of our team getting targeted by a man splitter, so I guess I will do that. We can also have a stab. Okay, sure. Can still attack twice, I think, yeah. Let's go for Thractaloon, I think. And now you are completely fatigued out. Well, that's only fair enough. Okay, recover or attack once. I think I'll attack once here. Hook shield missed and split man missed. Getting pushed around is fine, though that does deactivate riposte. Okay, onslaught probably. I don't think we need it. I don't know. Against orcs, that ability seems mostly useless. Unless it's early on in the campaign, which it definitely is not here. I think I'll just wait and keep the fatigue. Maybe want to reposition. Maybe even at some point we'll need to rally someone. I don't know. Probably not, but maybe. Okay, do that. Also, maybe I should have repositioned there just to get the inspiring presence for Supar. Okay, sure. They are now trying to ignore or go around Shurade's spear wall. Well, that's fine. I was really hoping that was a kill there for Berserk, but it's not. Just recover, probably. Gets pushed around. Good hits. Okay, Warrior has found his courage and has engaged with Gerhard. That's a bit of a problem, but shouldn't be a big problem. Okay, I think it might be time to reposition with Bertram, just because the inspiring presence is no longer that good here. These guys are fatigued out. Maybe like here? I can also just attack once here. And let's see, 89, and if it's a body shot, it actually deals decent damage. And also, yes, Bertram is faster than Zubaris, so I can reposition there next round. Okay, go for that. Alright, champion has been nearly dealt with. Leave the kill for Zahiri. Perhaps I should have waited and seen if I can get like good castigate off here, but oh well, too late now. Alright, excellent. Should probably help Gerhard now. So let's do so. And at this point, I don't think I care about spear walling anymore, so just kill the berserker if we can. Good. I think I'll just recover with Wolfgang. Same with Gerhard, probably. 17 of them left, so looks like we got away mostly unscathed, but it's not over yet. Okay, reposition. Acts in 16, acts in 9. I'm going to be a little bit greedy and see if I can get Berserk for Mahdi, I think. Yeah, let's also use the Onslaught now. Maybe it will help a little bit, though maybe not. Maybe it's completely unnecessary. Okay, which one of you has lower armor? Seems similar. Well, this guy has a slightly lower head armor. Zahiri pushed back. Okay, and that's why I went for the Inspiring Presence there. Kind of made a mistake in the Monolith not positioning Zubair closer to the Inspiring Presence earlier. Especially when he wields that weapon. There you go. They are still fighting back though. 14 of them left. Recover. I do love that Reforged gives everyone a recover by default. I think that's a very good change to both vanilla and in comparison to how Legends does it. Though in Legends there are multiple ways of handling fatigue, I suppose. If Legends were to give everyone recover for free now, I think they would need to rebalance the game. Make it tougher than it is. Okay, so can I attack twice? 17... not 17, 14. Yes, I can. So I guess I will. Instead of recovering. Can't passing step and do it though. Maybe step there. Probably go for this one. Keep it as an option to move and start tickling this warrior here. Okay, and just deal some damage. Has taken some armor damage, Gerhard has. He's next to two warriors, but he is probably fine. I think we go for this one with Zubar. Also, this one will likely be alive next round, which means Inspiring Presence again. Haven't really gotten to throw much with Huddy. I guess that's down to the positioning. Would be nice to have like a famed mace or a two-handed mace. Or a famed two-handed mace especially. Anyway, whatever, it's fine. Just kill, I guess. Also get a bunch of morale checks going there. I can go for the rotate. I guess I will. Sure. Wait, I guess. Ouch. Having like a two-handed hammer would be very nice, but we've seen, even in this tougher orc fights, that it's not really necessary, as long as you can deal with the armor in other ways. In hindsight, let's see. Yeah, maybe Milo should have gone for something other than a sword. Maybe like a mace. Yeah, with confidence he's at... Well, then again, does he have the... No. Onslaught was not affecting him. Anyway, 100 melee skill after confidence. It did take to level 17 though. So in hindsight, I think Mace Mastery or maybe even Axe Mastery might have been better. He would get fatigued out faster though, so I don't know. I mean, it's fine. The riposte has been doing good work as well. Anyway, just... I don't know. Stop this one from leaving, I guess. We should be able to kill this warrior before Gerhard takes more damage. Yeah, let's also use the falcon. Sure. So maybe recovering was the better move. Okay, so 11 of them left, fight has been won, and it seems that Gerhard won't be getting hit again. Weapon is starting to break. But it's not going to break, and also he has a backup weapon, so it's completely fine. It seems that Theodobald hasn't even hit anything, or maybe he attacked like once during this fight, but that's tankiness for you. Don't need to attack to be useful. Anyway, now I can start throwing stuff again if I'd like, but I'll wait first. Okie dokie. I'll increase the combat speed here for the cleanup. And sure, let's throw something, and let's throw axes, I guess. Take that and take that. Doesn't do all that much, but it's a start. And sure, go actually there, since if he gets pushed back, then this guy can attack Gerhard. Sure, go for the middle there. That's fine, you can recover. Should have actually... Like, it doesn't matter at all, but I should have gone for the free attack with the spear that was about to break down there. That would have been ever so slightly better there. Anyway, it's, like I said, completely fine. Also, are you still bleeding? 1 damage per turn. Okay, well, that's not that much. Okay, you're fleeing, you're fleeing. You're about to die. I don't remember if it was the first crisis during my poacher run or not. It might have been that the Noble War was the first one. So I think we've had like 2 crises in this run so far, if I remember correctly. Which means Noble War is the 3rd crisis. It's either the 2nd or the 3rd one. Which means it's going to be more interesting, I think, than it was during the poacher run. So we'll see, we'll see. Might be some tough fights there. Maybe. Might be anticlimactic as well, since the team is quite good at what they do. Okay, now the weapon is starting to break. Well, I guess I'll see about the sword here. So yeah, sword thrust has minus 20% chance to hit, as does lunge. Sword thrust is 6 fatigue, lunge is 15. So if you want to make a fencer in Reforged, you kind of do need the fencer perk, which I've never, I think, taken yet. Skills build up 20% less fatigue and gain plus 10% chance to hit, and yeah, even so, you'll have a penalty. Damage type requirement from passing step is removed. When using a one-handed fencing sword, the action point costs of sword thrust, riposte and launch are reduced by 1. Okay, that's excellent. That's very good, especially if you can like manage it with a swordmaster type character who gets the swordmaster perks. When using a two-handed fencing sword, the range of launch is increased by 1 tile. So yeah, it can be good, but it requires a lot. But yeah, okay, sure. It's a decent backup weapon. If you had like enough perk points, if you kept your campaign going for long enough, then eventually, with a character like this, you could get like Fencer and Quick Hands to be able to switch between a fencing sword and like a, I don't know, two-handed sword or a noble sword or something like that. Or even if you had like Weapon Master, a completely different weapon type, and you could like reposition with the fencing sword as need be and do other things with the other weapon, which is quite powerful but would require even more perk points, at least if you wanted to be safe about it, so you could have underdog, pattern recognition, finesse, killing frenzy, stuff like that first. Extremely powerful, but then again, at that point in the run, do you need all that power? Probably not. Anyway, 2 orcs left. I guess I should try out fencing at some point in Reforged. I have done fencing in Legends a couple of times. During my Beast Slayer run, I had a pretty good fencer. Not quite a god, but nearly a god fencer. By the end of the run, he started out not that impressive, but I think he rolled pretty damn well, and since you get so many perk points in Legends, you can like patch up the weaknesses with those. So eventually he was extremely, extremely good. Anyway, so this fight is done. Gerhard gets a level. Okay, so we have an orc shield, and it's complete shit. Sure. And we have an orc cleaver, which is actually pretty good. Yeah, has enhanced damage. I think the damage roll is pretty low though. And it also has -2 fatigue build-up, which is pretty good, but not the max roll. I think that's a pretty good quality to have for this. So I think I will try that on Zubair. A ton of tools. Also, let's dump some absolute garbage here. Even though we don't really need the money, let's, I guess, min-max this aspect of the game a little bit. Also, it might be that I get into another fight along the way, in which case I will be doing this again, so... maybe unnecessary. Let's do it like this. Might be that I could min-max it even more, but it would make zero sense to do so. Anyway, Gerhard actually gets a perk point, level 15. So I have a couple of options, it seems, that I've marked here for him. Formidable Approach and Fruits of Labor. More fatigue would be nice to have, but I think he prefers hit points and melee defense, even though he's a backliner for the most part. Anyway, so let's take a look here. Rotation would be good, but I think his fatigue and action points are better spent attacking. How many rotations do we have? Is it just the one? I think it's just the one. Also, yes, now that I remember, let's give the cleaver to Zubair. So it's also going to be very heavy. Just how heavy is it? It's been a while since I've actually used the one-handed orc weapon. I don't remember the last time, actually. So it might be that we need finesse to be efficiently wielding that, which we don't have. We also don't have brawny for more fatigue, so let's see. Where is it? There. Well, it's only slightly heavier than the two-handed flail, makes sense. Swinging it is 9 fatigue. That's actually pretty damn nice since we have iron lungs. Like I said, the double grip bonus is insane for cleavers. 30% more damage and 25% less fatigue. It might already have been nerfed, or it might get nerfed at some point, I don't know. The mod has been updated a couple of times since I started the run. I haven't installed those updates. Anyway, so yes, perk point for Gerhard. I guess no one will be using the flail for now. This flail. Since I do like the castigate ability from this thing. Well, whatever, it's fine. So Gerhard has a perk point, so the boring option would be Fruits of Labor. 10% hit points and fatigue. Formidable Approach, I think, helps mostly if he gets engaged in melee. I don't actually know, or I haven't bothered to research it, if that's the right word to use, just how well this works if you are attacking with with a reach weapon. The reach mechanic, that is. I guess I'll quickly read this. Like, does it matter at all? I would imagine it helps you hit things. It only applies when attacking a target adjacent to you or up to 2 tiles away with nothing between you and the target. Okay, so it mostly, like I said, helps if he gets engaged in melee. Occasionally he does. That's just going to happen. So the question is this better than this? Or something else? Sweeping strikes, I guess, might be worth considering. I don't know how useful it would be, but with the reap attack, maybe. He does get fatigued out though, so can't keep doing this reap for long. Vigorous Assault is okay. I don't think it's that good here. Crippling Strikes is also okay. He doesn't have Executioner as an option. Do we even have a single Executioner in the team? I think the answer might be no. I think it is. Yeah, no one has it. So yeah, like I have marked here, it's between Fruits of Labor and Formidable Approach. Fruits of Labor keeps him going for slightly longer, and also more hit points does mean more survivability as well. But I think I will still go with Formidable Approach. It keeps him safer against like orcs and necrosavants, whoever manages to engage with him, and also occasionally I will, I guess, want to get in melee range even with this guy. He does have 35 melee defense after dodge, which is okay. So sure, get Formidable Approach, +1 reach and improves reach advantage bonuses. Okay, and now let's see, how many tools do we have? Plenty. I guess we'll repair. It seems I've already marked at least some things for repairs, but let's mark even more. Might be running out of tools very shortly, but then again we are heading back to civilization. Anyway, let's do so, I guess. So go to Adlerstein. So who do I want to ally with in the Noble War? Probably not this blue house, which means we don't take any contracts for the Noble War there. All this running about the land has increased the stamina of the man. One runs in place, holding a finger to his neck. He remarks that his heart rate isn't going up at all. Another brother remarks that the guy doesn't even know how to count. The running man pauses. Oh, that's right. Milo gains +1 fatigue. It's all worth it. You should really learn how to count though. Or at least don't tell the company captain and the paymaster that you can't count. Not a good idea for you. Anyway, let's continue. Maybe I'll do like an easy fight along the way, just to see how well the cleaver performs. I would imagine that the Subar now deals a bunch more damage. Not sure how long he can keep going though, since Sanguinary is more AP, but can he actually make use of that AP? He does get to level 19 very soon though, at which point I can take Finesse. Yeah, maybe that's the plan. Maybe that is the plan. Okay, I don't care about your brigands though, I don't think. Seems that nothing is available. Do I have a fur padding in the inventory now? I have one of them. Do I want another one just in case? Well, I guess so. One more. Unlikely it will ever get used though, but just one more. Okay, tools. 1 stack is available. I'll even get the food there, even though it's possible it's not necessary there. I'm not going to check. When exactly is my food going to spoil now? Things are happening at Einarstead. The Red House is rampaging here. No conditions for them though. Weaponsmith doesn't have anything interesting, so sure. There is a caravan to Salzbruck. Let's see, is there anything there? I don't remember. Maybe I should remember since the run is at over 200 days. But it seems I can't even remember where it is. Am I blind? Well, I suppose we've already established that at least occasionally I am. Did I misread the name? Salzbruck. Salzbruck. Where are you, Salzbruck? If I were Salzbruck, where would I be hiding? Over there. There is a weaponsmith. I think I will take that. Tools though. And also probably selling. Oh, inventory is full. That's fine. Selling price is, well, I guess it doesn't even matter, but it is... Do I even have a shield? I don't seem to have a shield. Well, whatever, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, I did have a shield. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I am blind. 17. Okay, sure. And no one else is going to use a man splitter. We already have a man splitter user, so sell that one. Also sell that. I will keep these. I guess I will keep one military cleaver, even though it's very unlikely that that will be used, but there's a slim chance, I guess. We are rich, but no one tell Milo since he cannot count. Okay, don't need that many bolas. Let's keep like 3 of them. These might actually be extremely useful against the nobles. I have one in the... Maybe I will keep 4 of them actually, just for the nobles. So buy one back, since I have the buyback mod. Anyway, so we have so many of these armors. I will get rid of at least one of them. Also, yes, now that I remember, you should get your old armor back, which is this one. Yes, okay. Bit of a shame to sell something that already has an attachment to it. Then again, it doesn't really matter. 216. Guess I'll sell this one. Okay, anything else? Maybe I will sell Mead Char Philibert's defense, since I don't think I'll ever be recruiting, well, very unlikely I'll be recruiting anyone who could end up being Battleforged, and we have better Battleforged armor. Okay, sure, you can go. You can go away. Maybe keep the rest of them just in case I need to switch while other stuff is damaged. Don't need this many helmets now, do I though? This is minus 12. Maybe I'll keep that though. This one... How many poise guys do I even have? 1... 2... 3. Okay, well, whatever. Sure, keep, like, both of those boys' helmets around for now. Oh, I have these things. Okay, sell them. Lots of treasures. Also, let's sell some skulls. I might still make some cocaine if I fight more Alps. Do I have cocaine? Yes, I do. Well, I guess I'll sell some more of these shimmering ashes, but let's keep 4 of them. Okay, I think that's good enough. Sure, I'll buy some food just in case this caravan ends up being abandoned. But yeah, like I said, let's take the caravan. Hopefully we get lucky this time. Let's also have a drink before we go. I'm feeling generous. Let's have 2 drinks on company dime. Shurade is now drunk. That's why I usually don't do that. It's not a good condition to have. Plus 25 resolve, but minus 25% basically anything else. And hangover is worse, especially when you have a roster of 12. Anyway, it's not going to matter, I don't think. Some unholds are being very confused about where they want to escape, and now they're dead. Well, anyway, I'll also stop by here if I can. Can I? No, too far. While on the road, you come across a crowd of people huddled around a mound of earth. Getting closer, you realize that it's a funeral. One of the attendees turns to look at you. Did you know him? Did you fight by his side? You shake your head and start cutting into the crowd to see the man himself. I don't think I would care that much. You find a man looking about as old as the dead can look. He got a terrifically sharp and glinting sword running along his chest with his grubby, worm-foot fingers clutching the pommel. Milo joins your side and whispers, "That's a pretty nice looking weapon there. Just saying." No, it's not, Milo. Leave them be. We don't need to be stealing funeral weaponry. I might have done it like in the first 50 days or something. Okay, goblins want to die. It's a semi-tough group of goblins, but I don't think no one will die here. But let's find out. 27 of them. Okay, that's a lot. That is actually a lot. Kind of almost distance scaling legends amounts of lots. Well, okay. This is going to suck. I'm not going to abandon the caravan. And unlike what I said, I think there is a chance that someone dies, since they have the nets and the bolas, etc, etc. But yeah, we can break the resolve pretty easily. Hopefully, at least. I would much prefer fighting 27 orcs. I mean, there's no chance we lose this fight, but someone might die, maybe. Depending on how it goes, how I play. Well, at least Shurade didn't get a hangover, or he cured himself. As I've gotten older, I've noticed that my hangovers have gotten worse, but then again, I can pace myself better if I decide to drink. Really no point getting blackout drunk. Never did I really go for that though. More than a couple of times in my life at least. Anyway, Blitzkrieg helps a lot here. I think we'll straight away Blitzkrieg. And the plan is to basically engage immediately, and with the help of the Blitzkrieg we can break the resolve, hopefully. Lots of nets out there though, and a couple of them can still be thrown. 3 of them if I counted correctly. Well, it is what it is. I guess I could use Milo as a net target, since if someone's getting netted, it should be Milo, who cannot count. Okay, go in there. This would be actually a pretty good move if he had underdog. I think it's still a pretty good move, but anyway. Anyway, especially since he has the riposte. Like, if we didn't have the Blitzkrieg going, is what I meant. Okay. Zubar does not get to attack yet, it seems. Mahdi does, though. Okay. Theodebold holds this flank. Some of them will want to go for the donkeys and the caravan hands. And since they have wolf riders, they might actually succeed. I think I'll hold the middle with Mahdi. Starting on an elevated position without Pathfinder kind of sucks. Even with Vigorous Assault, we can't attack. Well, move there. I think the Blitzkrieg kind of trivializes this fight actually, so maybe I was worried for nothing. Did you guys act yet? No. Okay, let's not get too carried away with Zahiri. We use Wolfgang here to support. But yeah, engage there. So this guy can still attack. Oh well. That's fine. We also have the riposte, so it's actually pretty good. And Wolfgang over there. Oh. Landed at 30%. Well, that's understandable. Alright, Shurade. Hold that flank, please. Milo has been netted, as I hoped for. Okay, Leofric over there. Gets netted immediately, as does Mahdi. Okay, I think Gerhard is probably fine taking a front position here. Hasn't taken damage yet, and I did take that formidable approach, and we do have the Blitzkrieg going. Okay, Bertram, just advance one tile. And Theodbold, step in there, do nothing else. Body help. Where? Maybe there? No, if someone's going to free like Leofric, it's probably someone like Hadi. So sure, get next to him. Not the optimal weapon type to have here, but we do have 86, so I guess it's fine. I don't actually want to kill here. I think I'd rather save that for Einar. Well, I did get a kill. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Not like it's a problem to get a kill there. I could free Mahdi here already. I suppose it's worthwhile, though just getting to attack might be as good. So now I don't have a good castigate. I can go for 2 targets. Or I could go for a single target attack. In any case, step there. Sure. Go for a single target attack and miss your 95. Alright, time to go ham. I said, time to go ham. Okay, that's better. Take the high ground. Riposte them to death. Milo can free himself. If not, then too bad. But then again, I have 4 AP left. Okay, sure. Sure. If I spear wall, they'll just go around. I think I'll just attack something. Get the free attack there, then move there. Okay, only 21 of them left, so we are doing fine. Step there, maybe? Slightly risky spot. I think I'll still do it. So if I free Leofric, maybe that's the better use of Gerhard's AP here. Or I could just attack this one. I think I'll just free Leofric so he can immediately go for this one. There you go. Okay, and probably hold steady. Doesn't quite reach everyone, that's fine. Wait, I think. Someone should kill this. Am I... Yes, probably Zubar gets to go next to it. So you, Hadi, can do something else. What will it be, though? Out of curiosity, how much does the Decapitate cost with this weapon? 13, that's quite a lot. That's quite a lot. So definitely want Finesse, I think, as the next perk. Anyway, I mean, at least if we're going to continue using that weapon, we probably will. Okay, kill this one. If you can. Step here. Get ammunition. And go for the Wolf Rider. Good hit. Sure. Feels a bit wasteful to use a man-splitter attack from a man-splitter against... Oh, split man, to be correct. But against a flimsy little goblin. Anyway, it's fine. Did you have underdog? Yes, you do. So I could move there if I'd like. Do I like? Not sure. How about this? How about this? Maybe that's better. Let's go for that position. Okay, Zupar goes for the Overseer. Okay, so 95. Let's go for the regular cleave attack. Let's see how well this weapon performs. So 58 to 101. Damage to hit points, of which 0 to 50 can ignore armor. One-shotted. Okay. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Poisoned. Was that a 5% poison? Yes. Okay. Well, it sucks, but we're fine. Alright. Didn't really pay attention to what was happening here. I guess it doesn't matter. In hindsight, I shouldn't have been worried about this fight. Yeah, pretty much a cakewalk, especially since we had that Blitzkrieg. Oh, okay, didn't notice you there. Well, whatever. I'll start autopiloting here. If I spend enough time and energy on it, my brain can function pretty well, but when I don't need to do it, it's better to autopilot, I guess. That's called efficient use of your energy. Alrighty, let's see, 6 of them left, and it seems like basically all of them are fleeing. Apart from one. One brave goblin. Yes, you can shield wall, you can riposte. Maybe that will save you. I guess it's like theoretically possible. Oh, never mind. Anyway, go for it, go for it. Yeah, does get fatigued out very quickly with this weapon. I mean, that's fairly obvious using an orc cleaver, even with the discount. I'll let that one go. Okay, fight done and no levels. Lots of garbage though. Alright, let's continue. I'm not going to bother repairing that goblin stuff. Like, maybe I should. But I don't know, doesn't seem to matter. Never mind, can't access White though. Not when I went too far at least. We see brigands. They don't want to fight. Smart brigands. Fletcher over here, nothing there though. I'll buy 1 stack of ammunition. What's the selling price? 13. I'll sell some garbage. Let's make room for more garbage. I have so much money, whatever. It's fine. To take the bad selling price here. Okay, let's continue. While on the march, you come across a woman standing off the side of the road. She's standing at the head of a donkey-pulled wagon. Seeing you, she claps her hands and yells out some order. Within moments, wenches pour out the back of the wagon and line up before you. They're poorly dressed, and if this is some act, poorly rehearsed. Most look like they'd rather be somewhere else, which is ordinary of any womanfolk, stuck out in the sticks. You ask the leader of this group what she's doing. She grins ear to ear. I am a merchant of flesh, a profiteer of good poundings. These here are my wares. She swings her arms to the prostitutes. They straighten up or loosen up and feign interest in you and your mane. The pimp nods. So, what say we help take the edge off, Been a long day, no? For that many men, I'd wager it would cost you a low 600 crowns. Okay, so usually I don't take this. Sometimes I rob them, but I think we will allow the men to have their fun. I mean, maybe some STDs are in their future, but I guess that's fine. You got a deal. The women folk press forward, some winking lazily, some with lazy eyes winking wonkily. It's a sorry lot of wench. Oh, but the man could use a bit of reprieve. You accept the pimp's price and the men sort out the rest, ducking into bushes and a variety of other cover. I mean, if they do that, they have a lot of running to do to catch up with the caravan. While they get some action, the pimp sidles up next to you. Thanks for not robbing us. You shrug and say that's still on the table. She shrugs too. I know, but I don't think you will. Me and you, we are a lot alike. You fight for food, we fuck for it. Curious, you ask if she still fucks for her food. She laughs. Only when I need to. This leadership role is a pretty nice gig. Do you still fight for yours? You just give her the truth. I've killed many, many people. She sidles up real close now and goes low with a hand. Well then. Well then indeed. Okay, everyone is in good spirit. Worth it. Okay. Far be it from me to deny these wenches of their income. They're just trying to make a living in a harsh world. I'm helping them out. Surely that's what's going on. Anyway, let's continue. I mean, for all we know, they were doing it voluntarily, but maybe not. Let's hope they were. Alright, so getting close to Salzburg. As your men take rest beside the road, villagers from a nearby hamlet come to you. They bumble forward, wiry legs shambling them from side to side. The head of the group raises and lowers a hand as though to bless your presence. Oh, sellsword mercenary, please, do you have anything to eat? We've yet to have a bite in 2 days. And what we have eaten are things not to be said aloud. The war between nobles has ruined this place, but maybe you can help. Sure. Shocking the villagers, you order Zubair the lion to hand out some food. Not too much, just enough that these people can eat, and obviously don't give away anything too good. The leader of the town comes to you, shaking hands, clapping your shoulders. You've no idea what this means to us. All shall hear of the good in the... He glances at you and then your banner. You nod. The Bloodforged. The man laughs. Of course! Everyone shall hear of the Bloodforged. Well, apparently we don't like smoked ham, but sure. Shall they fare better in the coming days? It's easy to be good and generous if you're rich like we are. We see a goblin group with 3 champions in it. They want no piece of us though. They do want a piece of the Senftenberg militia. Okay, well, poor you. Oh, never mind, they don't, since they're still too close to us. Well, they'll probably come back and kill them. Anyway, Salzburg is here. Hopefully we spawned something. Did we? Probably not, but let's see. Oh, we did. We did spawn quite a few things. 4 weapons, so one had a mace. It's actually pretty good. Enhanced damage and lower fatigue. Not perfect, but good enough for us. One-handed hammer. Not terrible, but no one's going to be using it. Right, let's double check. Yeah, I don't think so. Also, it's not that great. It does have the -3 fatigue build-up and slightly more effectiveness against armor. Then we have a reach mace, also pretty good. Enhanced damage and more effectiveness against armor. I think we'll get that. I mean, why not? We have the money. And then we have a pole flail, which is likewise pretty good. Now the only issue here is anyone going to use that ever? Like, we have a couple of flail options. There's Einar, but this is better than that is. And then we have Subar, who could with quick hands actually do pretty well with that, but we really want finesse instead. And that's everyone, I think. So even though that's an excellent weapon, we will leave it be, I think. Also, let's see, Leofric. So I think the plan is to use the one-handed mace with Leofric. That means getting Duelist at level 19 if we ever get there. And the reach mace can go for Hadi. I think that's the plan at least. I could just give this to Leofric, but I don't know. It's a bit lower in damage, so probably not worth it. How much fatigue does this take? Yeah, that's a consideration actually. It is a lot of fatigue. It's going to be more difficult. Yeah, it's going to be far more difficult to do the unstoppable shenanigans with this thing. Yeah, this is a downgrade in damage, but instead I get a reach attack. Compared to the regular two-handed mace. It does have an argument for it though, since we don't have underdog. Leofric does have battle flow, but still 10 fatigue per swing. Yeah, he can't keep on being unstoppable, I don't think. So it's far better to go with a two-handed mace for Leofric. I'll mark Duelist in blue instead of green. Well, that means Hadi is getting this. Let's mark Duelist in blue for him, though who knows, will he ever reach level 19? Will I take Duelist? We'll see. So now the question is, do I keep this reach mace? And if I do I keep using it with Leofric? So how much damage am I losing out on? Exactly. Let's see. Quite a bit, actually. It's a nice weapon, but I think I might just sell it back, actually. I don't know. Like, I could keep it as an option for Hadi as well. This is obviously better for damage. Like, what I could do is actually sell this one-hand mess back as well. I don't know. Feels bad. This might be better though. That also means if I do this, I have a reach attack and I don't need to take duelist to fully benefit. I don't know, maybe I'll keep this for now in the inventory, but keep the weaponry like this. Unless I really want to test this out. Would be decent if I had quick hands, maybe. So as I start getting fatigued out, I could switch into something like this instead. Or ideally, like a two-hand mace with -3 fatigue build-up, which we obviously don't have, but maybe one day we would. Okay, whatever, I'll keep this around, but let's not use it at least yet. But yeah, let's leave Sir Wander's Maimer here. I think it's a very nice weapon, but I think as the team has been built, it's not going to be used. If I had more than 12 roster spots, then I would buy it, I think, but I don't, so moot point. Okay. Well, pretty glad, pretty happy to see that something actually spawned for once. Okay, what do we have here? Don't care, I don't think. What is this? Don't care as well. Could make some cocaine out of that, but Okay, what is this? 3 Skull Nobles. Travel to Furstenwall in the west, help in the siege. So what house is this? This is the blue house. I mean, I could ally with these guys. I said I wouldn't. I could. That's just 3 skulls, so that's pretty exciting. This is the better house to ally with, though. The red house with the... I think that's a lion. It's like a child's drawing of a lion, probably. Is it bigger here? Slightly. Yeah, it's kind of lion-y. Should be a lion. Sheep ye bear the wool. The House of Ammon is well known for its lavish lifestyle and bacchanal festivities. Okay. All things are thus unstable. Strife without reproach. Okay, so House Adalrek are introverts. Most members of the House of Adalrek live secluded behind thick doors and barred windows, and some of them have not been seen for years. Okay, so they're basically middle-aged nerds. Not middle, medieval nerds. Nets or needs, however you pronounce that. Well, anyway, I think I'll stick with the plan, which is allying with the child's drawing house instead. So even though I'm tempted by a 3 skull contract, let's do that instead. Okay, so 1 stack of tools and I guess some bread. Well, I'll also buy some expensive stuff, I guess. That's fine. Let's leave a little. Okay. And let's have another drink as well. Okay, and let's head to Senftenberg, see if there's anything there. Is the militia still there? That's the goblin tracks. No contracts. And it seems like, yeah, nothing else as well. Okay. I guess I will kill the goblins since they're going to be... Yeah, they're going to be here and they have champions, but... Going to be bored by this fight. Okay, but it's going to be quick. Probably. At least if I use the Blitzkrieg again. I think I will use it, even though this is an easier fight actually than the last one. Start with weights and use the Blitzkrieg immediately when we get to it. In some fights that Rich Mace would have been better for Leofric, but I don't know. Well, I can still decide to switch the maces around, if I like, at some point. Anyway, let's use the Blitzkrieg. And then wait round, which wasn't long. Okay. Offensive rotation, I guess, on Leofric, probably. No, probably Zahiri, actually. I'll try to focus a little bit in this fight, but not 100%. I shouldn't autopilot this though. They are slightly dangerous, I guess. Someone might at least get an injury if I don't focus. At least a little bit. Anywho, so you've taken a bit of damage, which is not good. I think you'll go in the middle in that case instead of the flank. Just move there. I'll freeze Zahiri here. Can still attack as well. Okay, Miasma Tile. I guess I should have seen that coming. I could just not step there though. Oh yeah, Decisive. Decisive does help with the one-handed mace. A little bit. Even so, it's probably not optimal trying to make that work without having like finesse, which we don't. Might be that I'm wrong about that, but sure. I think since even though he has taken damage and that's Miasma, I think that's fine. Let's do it. Just do it. And that should also be fine. There's only 9 of them left. And now it is 8. Never mind, 7. Oh, there's Skork Throat Cutter. Hiding. Okay, continue waiting. And you go for this. Do that. And that. Okay, have I killed them quickly enough that they'll actually start fleeing already? Maybe. I guess it's fine if they decide to flee. Okay, and they don't, so that means they all die. We are having trouble dealing with Skork. Okay, good job. That was a one-shot, actually. Okay, probably a headshot. I'll let the wolf live. It's fine. Your affiliation with the goblins, I guess, wasn't your fault, since you're pretty dumb. And probably... well, it was never your choice, or at least I choose to believe it was never your choice, so you get to live. Anyway, let's head to Giffelfest. Easy group of brigands. Do I care? Are we close to a level? Well, Subar would like to get to level 19, I guess. So, sure. Let's kill the brigands. Oh. Elite brigands. Okay, well, that's going to be the start of the next episode, I think. So, the noble war can wait. A few sword masters, a plethora of highwaymen, etc., etc., etc. We'll be doing that during the night. Yeah, I don't want the sharpshooters hitting us if I can avoid it. But yeah, let's kill these guys. The run is still entertaining me, at least when presented with some challenges. But like I said, probably won't be doing the other legendary locations. I'll most likely, for the next run that I'll be doing, choose something that I haven't done in a while, like maybe the Kraken as a goal. I've only done the Kraken fight once, so I guess it makes sense. And that was with Legends, and Legends lets you have more than 12 in your roster, so that fight was easier. I did limit myself to 14 though, so not quite as easy as it could have been. But still, I think easier than it is in Vanilla and probably in Reforged. Anyway, let's kill these fools. But yeah, for this run I'll participate in the Noble War, I think, if it's still available. While I keep getting distracted by other things. And we'll see just how long I enjoy this. Once it starts to get boring, then I will end this run. Anyway, this is a clear autopiloting fight. Shouldn't be any danger at all. It's pretty nice that Zahiri can keep doing that, but he can't keep doing it for long, since this does actually cost quite a bit of fatigue. The double grip bonus for swords would help, but that is a two-handed weapon, so... stating the obvious, of course. Anyway, move there. It seems we get to kill all of them. We'll see how this weapon does in the Noble War. I mean, he can swing twice as long as he doesn't move, but he will get fatigued out. So yeah, like I said, like I've been saying, that finesse will come in handy. Remains to be seen just how long he can keep going with that, though. So it would be better to have... well, obviously it would be better to also have, like, Brawny as well, for more fatigue. Can't really do the decapitation attack. Anyway, I'll head to Gipfelfest and then go down for the Blackheart's Den, I think. Okay, is there anything here? Doesn't look like it. No, okay. Selling price is 16. I will sell. Oh yeah, I didn't even check the goblin bow. Okay, it's pretty meh. Also, we got a goblin pike. That one's actually good. Enhanced damage. We already... Oh, I got 2 of them. Well, that's how much I'm paying attention to those easier fights. Anyway, so the other one is worse. I guess I'll repair them though. Even if it doesn't really matter. But yeah, like I was trying to say there before I got distracted by myself. Oh, I have 3... No, this... Okay. This one is a regular one. Anyway, I was going to say we have... Even though this is a nice one, we have enough famed polearms, so that will not see use. Okay. I might try some goblin poison if I remember against the nobles. I think it's probably going to be unnecessary even when you can use it for free as long as you use it during the first round. But maybe, so I'll keep those around for now. They might have a use, maybe. Okay, but anyway, sure, like I said, let's head back down here to the Blackheart's Den. And like I said, that will be the goal, well, the start of next time. So yes, that's most likely... I mean, it's not a cakewalk, but there is slight risk associated with this camp, with the few swordmasters and plethora of highwaymen, etc., etc. And even if it ends up being a cakewalk, at least we can maybe find something famed there. Anyway, thanks for watching, and... Oh, never mind. Let's do Wolfgang's level first. Level 18. Didn't notice. Okay. Fatigue would be nice, but I'll continue taking hit points. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time.